When I was 18, I decided to take some kind of a long trip with my partner at the time, who I will call Bird. At first, him and I were like, let's go on a long trip from Saskatchewan to Portland. Then we thought, that sounds expensive and like a long trip, so let's go to Italy instead. So I got my passport and we practically went on a whim. I had saved up a lot of money before university, so I could afford to do it, and wow, was it worth it. We landed in Rome and took a taxi to the city. Immediately, we started panicking though, because our driver was going 150 kilometers an hour, practically touching the car in front of him. He swerved through traffic, almost hit a pedestrian, but still somehow got us to our hotel alive. Once there, as excited as we were, Bert and I checked in and then immediately passed out for 4 hours. We did not get a wink of sleep on our 10-hour flight. But once we woke up, a burst of energy flowed through us as we realized, holy crap, we are in Europe. We did it. Before we went exploring, we went to eat at the best restaurant I have ever been to. It is affordable and actually has the best pasta I have ever had. In fact, it was so good that we went back 5 more times during our 3 days in Rome. After stuffing myself full of carbs, we took the speed train and walked from the station to the Colosseum, and from the Colosseum to the Trevi Fountain. And wow, it was an unbelievable sight to see in person. The worst part of going to these places, though, is that they are full of people, and the gelato is 3 times the price than one not near the tourist attractions. And although it's a good sales tactic, it was like someone shot a bullet through my wallet. But I couldn't help myself. I am a sucker for hazelnut ice cream. Bert and I also went during the hottest time of year in late August. As soon as we left our air conditioned room, it's like we entered a sauna and became an instant pool of sweat. Now, the next day we went to the Pantheon, and that was cool, I guess. But the best part of the day, we were walking down some really pretty Italian street, and we were just talking about how we got there and our lives together. And I had to do a double take because out of the corner of my eye, I saw heaven. I saw a store exclusively full of rubber ducks. So I ran in there frantically looking for duckies to buy because obviously I have to buy rubber duckies. I can't walk past a rubber ducky store and not buy any rubber duckies. So now I have a duck named Sheriff Duckerson and he is the coolest cowboy. By far the best part of the trip was bringing him home with me. Now, the next day, Bert and I jumped on a train to travel from Rome to Naples. Bert and I were under the impression that Naples, since it was on the coast, would have nice beaches, but oh boy, were we wrong. Not only did they have zero beaches, but the city was also pretty sketchy. Not to say it wasn't cool still. We went to the catacombs, and in there they had paintings of skeletons. But the skulls were actual human skulls, which was one of the coolest things to literally see into a person's head. In Italy, they have a lot of cobblestone roads. So, another thing that we impulsively did, I would say, was take a piece of road home with us because we thought it would be cool. I hope that's not a crime. Anyways, Naples was not the most thrilling place, so we decided to travel to a mountain coastal town named Salerno. And wow, it was one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen. We sat at the beach for 5 hours, and it was the most relaxing experience in my life. We then decided to walk around town and proceeded to individually eat 2 pounds of gelato each. No regrets. A few days later, we went back to the airport to fly home, and even though it was a fantastic trip, I was also happy to come back home to Canada. I have so many stories from Italy, so I will definitely make more content about it, but I want to upload this before 2026, so thanks for watching.